Now?
Progress.
All right, so let's jump right into it. As we said earlier, my name is Darren Jaglel. Dylan, if you want to reintroduce yourself as well.
Of course, yeah. I'm Dylan Tamlin. I'm one half of the Digital Service Squad.
So today we are just going to be holding this webinar to discuss with you Facebook's Business Suite. So what we're going to do is go through a little bit of a dive into what the Business Suite offers, and then as well as a tutorial on how to actually use it. So starting off, we are going to discuss what Facebook Business Suite actually is. So Facebook's Business Suite is essentially Facebook's new system of page management that works for both Facebook and Instagram. So it's a centralized hub where you can manage your Facebook pages as well as your Instagram. So through this hub, you can view updates on your posts as well as your feeds too. You can see recent posts as well as recent ads and promotions that you have created, insights on those posts and ads. So how well they're performing, how many people they've reached, how the engagement is on those ads and posts as well. And then you can also view messages that your followers have sent to you through Facebook and Instagram all in one spot. Now, aside from actually supervising your Facebook page and Instagram page and seeing the stuff that you've put out, you can also create new posts. You can create ads as well, stories, and add in some commerce features from Facebook, whether that is products or services. You can create all of those from the actual hub itself rather than having to go to the page and finding all of those different aspects. You can just go to the centralized hub and do it all from one spot. So we're going to discuss what is new because Facebook's Business Suite is a replacement of an older system you may be familiar with called Facebook's Business Manager. So basically the changes that they've made with it is they've added in a business feed. So before you could only see what posts you've made with your page, but now you can actually scroll through a feed of posts from pages that you follow. So whether that is some of your customers, whether that's pages that have to do with the product or service that you offer, whether it's competitors that you're trying to see what they're doing different from you, or potential collaborators that you'd like to share their posts, you can see all of their posts in your business feed. You can also create stories as well, which is a feature that allows you to create more spontaneous, sort of less formal posts that are up for 24 hours. They have allowed pages to create those stories. They can be used, they can be really well utilized when advertising new things because it kind of gets rid of the formality of an actual post. So it's good to utilize those, and it's good that they allow you to do that as well with this. So we're also going to discuss why Facebook's Business Suite matters. So there are 19 million Facebook users in Canada, and 14 million of those users use the service every single day. So it's a huge market that you should be trying to tap into because those 19 million users could be 19 million potential customers for your product. So what you're able to do with the business suite is build better relationships with your customers and connect in more ways through the messaging features that they allow, the insight features that they allow as well, and then also being able to put products and services through Facebook. You're able to conduct more business through Facebook and connect with your customers a lot better than you used to be able to. You can also show your products and services exactly where customers are online, since a lot of customers are scrolling through Facebook, whether they're scrolling through to get updates on social things, or if they're actually looking for products and services, you can go directly to the source and put your products and services right on their feed so that you can contact them directly through Facebook's platform. And this will help you contact customers that may not be directly looking for your product but need it, so they may not be stumbling upon it in, say, a Google search, but they could see it on their Facebook feed. So we're going to go into how Business Suite can help you and dive into how the service can aid your business. So starting off with the features that can be utilized by small businesses. First of all, the Business Suite allows additional user access and control permissions for multiple employees. So it allows multiple employees to go onto the one page and make whatever edits, create whatever posts they have to do, instead of kind of fighting for control over who's logging into the page, who's surveying it, because small businesses will typically have multiple people trying to access the page at a time. And it just kind of allows that process to be a bit easier for you. You can also easily stay up to date with inquiries from your customers. So, as we said earlier, you can manage communications with your customers through the message feature that they added into the Business Suite. And something cool that they added in as well is you can automate replies. So, say there's a certain time frame that you typically take to reply to customers. Say it's because if it's a busy time of year and you maybe not have as many employees at the ready to immediately reply to messages, you can have an automatic message that says, oh, we'll get back to you in this many hours, whether it's 1 to 2 hours or whatever it is. You can have automatic replies to customers so that they know exactly what is going on with your business and that they won't feel that they're being ignored. If it comes down to it and you need a little bit of time to reply to these messages, at least the customer will know immediately that it may take a little bit of time. And you can also set up other automatic replies to send out as well. That's just one example of what you can do with that. You can also easily run ads and promote posts. So ads and promoted posts are really important because they reach an audience that is outside of your following. So it's reaching customers that you may not have reached without the use of ads and promoted posts. So we're going to talk about the ad system, why it's important, and how you can utilize it in Facebook. So as I said, it's important for reaching customers that you may not have reached before. Luckily, Facebook has a really good ad system in place. You can promote a post with their ad system. So if you've created a post that you want more people to see, you can just pay to have that post promoted, or you can create a brand new post specifically for the ads and with a specific goal in mind. So Facebook offers different goals for your ads, whether that's your page growth, whether that's actual conversion of customers or whatever the goal is. Facebook allows you to pick that and it'll tailor your ads to reach that goal. So what you can do with the ad system as well is you can build a target audience based around likes, interests, and demographics. So you're not going to want to advertise to customers outside of your target audience because that could be a little bit of a waste of money. If you're paying to advertise to someone who's not going to want to buy your product, then that's not a very good use of your time in the ad itself. So what Facebook Kawartha age 35 who are mothers. Say you're selling a parental product or something like that, something for children or mothers and stuff like that. You can select that as your target audience so that it's only going out to them and not the people who won't be interested in your product. What you can also do is build tests to work and improve on your ads. So you can see what type of ads work for you by doing test runs on multiple different types of ads and see which gets the best results. So you can end up spending less money for better results rather than spending a bunch of money on an ad that doesn't end up working out. You can test that to make sure that you're properly allocating your money. And you can also track the results of your ad through Facebook Pixel system, which allows you to see different analytics on it. So how well it performed, engagement rate, conversion tracking as well is something that's really important with if you're selling something. It's always good to see how many people are seeing the ad and it leading to them actually purchasing something from you, because that's a really good metric to see how effective the ad is to bringing in revenue and actually creating customers. Rather than just people seeing the ad and ignoring it, you see who sees it and actually takes action from it. You can also track results like page growth as well. So say an ad has brought a bunch of followers to your page, you can see which ads have brought more followers. So if you want more growth on your page, you know what types of ads to create. Next, we're going to talk about selling products and services on Facebook and Instagram. So it's really good to get this set up because customers may be looking for a specific product or service and they may stumble upon your page because you offer that. But if you don't have the product shown on your page, they won't have as good of an idea of whether you have what they're looking for if it's not up there. So you can manage appointment times if you're a service industry, and as well as the services you offer on your page. So say you're setting up consultations. For example, Dylan and I set up consultations with various clients. What we could do is set up times that we have available for appointments, what type of appointments to set up, and then customers could then go onto our page, check out what appointment times we have, and book an appointment that way. You can also host a catalog of products linked to your website for a final sale. So say you have a list of apparel products, just as an example, you could put a line of t-shirts up on your page and have photos of them and prices, and customers can see that. They say, I want that exact shirt, let me buy it. They just click on it and it'll take them directly to your website where they can then go with the final sale. This is always good because the customer doesn't have to find the product themselves. They find your page, they find exactly what you're selling. If there's something that they like, they'll click on it directly from you, likely if it's a price that they are willing to pay, rather than looking for that product on Google and searching through all the results there. They'll see that you have it, go to your site and buy it. You can also communicate with customers after the sale to ensure quality customer care. Sorry, I was going to take a sip of water here. So it's always a good idea to speak to your customers after making a sale because it can get you some good information on how the product is. Say the person buys the product and they don't enjoy it for a specific reason, you can ask them, they can tell you, and you can then improve your product. Or if they do really enjoy it, you can learn that as well and understand where your product excels too. And it also helps strengthen your connection with the customers, because if you are asking the customer about their experience with your product, they can it helps build a connection because they understand that you care about their opinion. And that's something that you should really be pushing, because you should be caring about your customer's opinion because that's the one that matters the most. And Facebook is a really good, or Facebook and Instagram rather, is a really good way to connect to these customers because they have the direct messaging system. Sometimes email is a way that you can do it on your website. For example, they purchase a product or service, they put their email, and then you send them an email afterwards. But sometimes people aren't checking their email. Sometimes it goes to their spam folder, or whatever the reason is. You're more likely to be able to actually contact them through direct messaging softwares, which Facebook and Instagram have really good ones in place to utilize. So it's always good to use these softwares to contact your customers directly. And now we're going to be moving on to a tutorial led by Dylan, just on how to actually utilize the software.
I think there might be an issue with the sound on the share here.
Sorry, is the sound not working?
No, it just wasn't coming through for me.
Okay. I don't have share sound on. I think that is the issue.
That's
here.
it. Yeah. Sorry for the technical issues, everyone.
Yes, that is my bad. There's always an option I forget to click.
So now we are going to show you an actual
Is it
tutorial
good
of
now?
how to make use of Facebook pages and Facebook Business Suite. So here we are, we're taking a look at the Bobcaygeon Chamber of Commerce's Facebook page. This right here is actually the scrollable Facebook feed that you can get for a page. This was introduced with the introduction of Facebook's Business Suite. So instead of having to make use of a Facebook profile specifically, to get a feed, now your page itself can have one, so that you can interact with, say, businesses within your community or specific businesses within your market niche. So moving on from here, we can go into pages. This tab right here will take us to our Facebook page with another click. All we have to click onto is Business Suite. Right here, Discover will show us similar pages or other pages that we could follow such that our audiences may be similar. This is a way that you can increase your potential reach for customers. Down here is liked pages. That is how you actually compile your feed for your business page. Let's go into Business Suite though. So right here, we're looking at the Bobcaygeon Chambers landing page for their Business Suite. Over on this column here, we have actual places that we can go to within it, such as the planner, posts and stories, or our inbox. Over on this side, we have insights. These are our trends for the last month. These are just quick little looks at your reach and your followers. So in here, we have our to-do list. This has draft posts, messages that you've left, or comments that you need to come back to, those sorts of things. Regardless, we're going to move into how you can actually schedule a post or schedule a story for the future. So there are two different ways that you can do that from this page, three different ways that you can do that from this page specifically. You can click right here, create post, create story, or promote. This will lead to three different options, as we can see, three different layouts. But regardless, we can also go into this tab here of posts and stories or into planner. So for this, we are going to go into the posts and stories section. And I'm going to go into this right here of create post. So as we can see here, this has been linked with both the Facebook page and the Instagram account for the Bobcaygeon Chamber of Commerce. So by clicking this off, we are now doing both a post for Facebook and for Instagram. And we'll just write in some text here. Hello, everyone. This tutorial is helpful. I can't spell, but we understand the point. So that's our text. And we can tag someone in it. We'll tag in the Lindsay Chamber of Commerce here. So at Lindsay Chamber. Okay, so down here, this one here is the Lindsay Chamber Instagram page. This one here is the Lindsay Chamber Facebook profile. So we'll have to actually write in a little bit more. Lindsay and District Chamber of Commerce. There we are. There's their proper page. For some reason, Facebook sometimes keeps these little pieces of text before the tag. Not exactly sure on why, but you can just take that on out. But regardless, why I've actually tagged a business in this is because over in here in the Facebook and Instagram sections, this tag will look a little bit different for the two different platforms. So for Instagram, a tag here it is properly set, but it will not always work. So the proper way to do a tag on Instagram is the @ symbol and then @Lindsay LD Chamber. Here it is. So there we are. That is how the tag should look for Instagram. And we're just going to actually set up a photo in here so that we can make this useful. As a photo or a video piece needs to actually be included for any Instagram post. So without having that photo in there, I'm not able to publish or schedule this post at all. So right here is optimal times. This will show you a list of times that Facebook believes are best for your post. These times are made up of both when your audience is active and when you've had successful posts previously. So if your post does very well at a specific time on a specific day, it may be recommended that you post again at that time. All right, so this optimal times button will take us into a way that we can schedule posts. So right here, it tells us optimal times, 3 different ones for each platform. But if we don't like those, we can set it manually. So right here, we'll choose January 31st at 1:40 p.m. Then we just click save. And now we can actually schedule the post. Another way that you can go about that is to go and click change time. If I had not scheduled this already, this would say schedule post. Same idea. We aren't going to actually set this one, so we're going to just hit this and discard changes. Okay, so now the next big piece of Facebook's business suite is the ability to actually make an ad within the same area that you're making your posts. So right here, we're looking at an ad summary. These are just over the last 60 days. So we're going to go into actually creating an ad. And now, as we said in the presentation, there are a number of different goals that you can choose from. As we said, there's the option to just boost a post. This will take your past posts and allow you to boost them such that they will reach a wider audience. So if you have a post that has been doing well, Facebook will often recommend that you boost a post. That's essentially what they're doing. So other than that, you have other goals. If you'd like to, say, get more messages, promote your page, promote your business locally, all of these things. We're going to go into promote your business locally. So now here is our ad account. This is one piece that you have to have set up previous to actually making an ad. So here we are. This is setting up an actual audience for your ad. We are looking roughly at where Bob Cajun should be on the map, I believe, and we're within 20 miles of that spot. So that would be what Facebook recommends for their local ads. In here, we can change up the age range that it'll be presented to. We can change the gender. These would be different demographics that you can select. And down in here in your detailed targeting, we can do quite a few different things. So this is a chamber of commerce, so they'll often be advertising to, say, business owners. Let's look for small business owners. There we are. Say we want to reach out to people who enjoy watercraft. We can look up, let's see, craft. There we are, interests. The scroll can get a little bit confusing here. Here we are, as the page will just move down as we go. So, small business owners, watercraft, there we are. We can also choose to browse. So instead of just typing in our ideas and hoping that it'll come back with something, we can go through the different categories that Facebook presents us with. So let's go into interests. Interests, behaviors, and more categories will often cover things called psychographics. These are like beliefs, as they say, interests, behaviors. They're not demographics which are made up of, like, say, the hard set things: education, financial levels, family structure, those things, age, location. So let's go into business and entertainment. I mean, business and industry. As we can see here, there are advertising, agriculture, all different sections. And this just allows you to reach into specific sections that people have already set aside as their interests. So you know how Facebook has likes? That is one tool that they can use to help section off different parts of their audience online. All right, so this is the basic idea of what Facebook will do for a generated ad. They'll take the description from your page, as this is trying to promote the page, and just put it there. We can change this to whatever we'd like. And there we are. So now in here, we can actually edit the images that are used. My recommendation would be to set up a selection of different ones with different text, such that you can do different testing of it. So let's look at how you can do that. first piece will be to do automatic enhancements, select media. We'll have to upload some more. So we'll just go to our Instagram account and let's take just a couple of pictures. So we have there we go. All right. So we have a few, and now here we go. We can go and edit each headline. These will present different options, and there we go. Now in here, there'll be a different button selection. Since we're looking at the local option, it'll highlight the get directions specifically, as it'll be someone that should be within driving range of your business. So the directions can be useful for them. There's also call now, learn more, send message, different options. Okay, so now here's where we can set up how you can do both the scheduling and the duration of it and change it based on the budget. So right here, we'll just run it for 5 days, we say, and it'll end then. But if we want to run this ad continuously, there we go, and we just have to set a budget. So our daily budget is $3 currently. We can change that with this. Oh, we can change that with this. So minimum budget, it tells us $5 per day. And then here we are. All that we would have to do to finish this up would be to add a payment method, make sure that we have it properly selected for where we'll place, and then click Promote Now. So that is the basic ad setup using Facebook's Business Suite. There's, of course, still a more in-depth way that you can do all of this, which I'll show you quickly right now. So we're just going to confirm, as this ad setup was just for this tutorial. So from here, to get to a more in-depth look at Facebook's ads, all you would do is click this All Tools and scroll down into Ads Manager. So here we are in Ads Manager. This is a more in-depth look at the actual ads for the Bobcaygeon Chamber. Here we go with campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Each of these contains different information. For example, ads are contained within ad sets, and ad sets are contained within campaigns. A campaign can contain multiple different ad sets, and ad sets can contain multiple different ads. It can get a little bit confusing as that goes, but that is essentially how it's all set up. So if we are to actually go and say, work on a specific ad, so right here we have one that is already ran. I'm just going to edit it, as this is similar to what you would do before. So we can't actually edit this as it has ran, but right in here, this is what the layout looks like. These are two different ways to accomplish essentially the same thing. This is just the more in-depth way of getting those ads set up. Facebook's Business Suite contains the simplified version. So after this, we are now just going to take a look at the products and services features that are included within Facebook's Business Suite. As we had mentioned in the presentation, currently, this will only show us the appointments and services, as the Bobcaygeon Chamber doesn't have a catalog, so we can't go into that, unfortunately. But right in here would be appointments. Here we can set up where your time slots would be, so you have an actual scheduling system available for all of your customers that are reaching you through Facebook. So this, unfortunately, we don't have access to, but that is where you would go for that. So now the other pieces that are included in here are your notifications, your inbox, and your insights. Oh, you're muted there, Darren.
My bad.
So
there.
now we are going to show you an
Oops.
actual tutorial of how.
There we go.
All right. So yes, if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to send us an email at that email right there. I'll also make sure to drop in our email and our link to the chat here. So it will be available for you guys. Kawartha Lakes. Yay. All right. Oh, we are. And then one moment for our website. Thank you, though, for attending this, and thank you for watching through it.
Mhm. And if you would like at any point as well to schedule a consultation, Dylan and I do offer those. We do one-on-one meetings with you where we can do deep dives into your online presence, even beyond what we presented in today's webinar. So we can discuss social media, websites, anything that you would like to discuss as far as expanding your online presence and taking advantage of digital marketing. And if you just reach out to the email that we have there, we can set up a date and time to do a meeting as well.
There we are. Thank you, everyone, for attending, and have a wonderful day.
Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Great session.